The Last Voyage of the Demeter from 2023. It's Dracula on a boat. Does this movie sink or swim? Find out after the theme song. Guns Reviews! Guns Reviews! If you want to watch The Last Voyage of the Demeter, check the link in the description below. I read Dracula, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember a lot about it, except it's an epistolatory novel, so I thought it'd be a good idea to watch Last Voyage of the Demeter and review it. And this film is unique in that it's really only covering a part of the novel. The part where Dracula is traveling from Transylvania to London. And I knew that part was really short, so I went ahead and read it. It's only 10 pages or so long. And I give them credit for trying to turn a 10 pages into a full-length film. They kind of do things in the same order. In the book, one of the character is named as he's the first to die, and that character is the first to die in the movie. But they have to make up a lot of stuff. And it's not great. The Wikipedia says the film, they got the idea after Bram Stoker's Dracula came out in the 90s. And so they've been trying to make it forever. And it also says that he got inspired to write the movie after the idea of making Alien on a boat. But it doesn't work like Alien because from the start, we know what the creature is. So there's a mystery of like, what's going on? But it's like, we all know. So they try to add in some mystery by discovering a woman on board. And she was going to be Dracula's food for the journey, but we don't know if we can trust her or not. It's boring. They also try to add some diversity to the cast, great, but instead of just having one of the characters be black, they make part of his storyline.
I was one of the first black doctors to graduate from Cambridge with a medical degree. I applied to all the best hospitals in the country. Immediately I was told there were no positions available. I fought tooth and nail for my education, and yet no one would let me practice it. Royal physician to King Carol I of Romania. My name, it reached them somehow. But the color of my skin, it would later seem, had not.
I'm sure that's plausible. Racism totally happens, but why did you have to throw that in? That doesn't really add anything to the storyline. Why couldn't just, this is a boat sailing from, the Black Sea and through the Mediterranean. They could have picked up somebody from Africa. I don't know. I read an interview where they're like, hey, the Dracula, he's not really human in this film. He's sort of a human-shaped bat, giant man-shaped bat-sized thing. And they're like, oh, it's practical effects and not CGI. I don't know why. It looks kind of like crap. The sire in What We Do in the Shadows, it looks a lot like that. And that's a TV show budget. Why didn't yours look better? When this came out, I remember thinking about, oh, this looks cool. I think I want to go see it. I never got around to it. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been disappointed if I'd actually paid money for it. So I am going to give Last Voyage of the Demeter 2 thumbs down. A bat on a boat is worse than snakes on a plane. Not in a good way. It would be good if you'd like to subscribe.